much like the popular 90s movie, we are clueless when it comes to what's in both of these glasses. Get in, loser. We're going blind sipping.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. We are back with another completely double blind head-to-head, which means not only do we not know what's in either of these glasses, it's not like we're single blind. Like single blind, you know what's in the glass, you just don't know the order. We are double blind, meaning we have no clue what either pour is. And what you're going to see us do is smell them, taste them. You're going to get our first impressions. We're going to spend some time with them, just like we're spending some time with you. We're quality time people.
We are.
So we're all here in the nest together, hanging out.
Love languages, man.
Yeah. And you'll see what we think, and that kind of serves as your review. Then we'll find out what we're drinking and all that good stuff later on. These are drawn at random from our blind sample pool. Most of the matchups in there are something that's available versus allocated. We've got some shelf versus shelf products to see where your money may better be spent. And we've got some curveballs in there to keep us on our toes.
Yes.
So this could be almost anything. If you're new here, Erin is more of the social sipper, a little bit more frugally minded.
Yes.
I am a little bit more lax with the cash.
And a little more whiskey nerdy.
Yep. So that's our context behind this. Let's see what we're working with here.
You know how sometimes you say things smell fluffy?
Yep.
This smells fluffy.
This smells like, I think I've said this before, but this smells like the vanilla boat. Not the banana boat, but the vanilla boat.
Why a boat? Why
Well,
not like vanilla cotton candy? That's what it makes me think of.
Because when I smelled it, I'm getting some banana too, so my brain immediately goes to banana, and then I get vanilla, and I'm like, oh, it's like the vanilla banana boat, or the banana vanilla boat.
That's fair.
It's almost like a waffle cone with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Like, it's not vanilla bean, it's not French vanilla, it's like homemade vanilla.
Can we get
like
ice cream today?
Bluebell homemade vanilla ice cream, and then also there's like a banana on the table.
You just ignored my request for ice cream today.
The answer is yes. The answer is always yes to
Okay.
ice cream.
Okay.
Yeah, this is so much vanilla.
Yeah, I think you might have just put that in my head because now that's all I'm getting is vanilla. However, I don't disagree.
There's a good dose of brown sugar in here too, like light brown sugar. And then you're getting, like I said, that waffle coniness to it as well. This smells awesome to me.
Yeah.
Do you like this?
I do. I like the smell. It smells like it has the potential to be fairly sweet, which I don't entirely love. However, I'm going to give it a fair shot, and we'll see where it goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Woo! That glass has got that anointing on it. Wow. Goodness
What
gracious.
do you mean when you say
That
that?
Holy Ghost anointing. Like, this has a divine touch on it.
Well, explain yourself, sir.
Big flavor.
It does have big flavor.
Big flavor.
Yeah.
It's got everything on the nose carries through to the palate. But what the palate adds, and I'm sorry if you can hear me salivating on the microphone because my mouth is watering after that.
Yeah.
But it's got like this huge thread all the way through it. It's not even a thread, it's a rope of just a bunch of cola sweetness.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much what he said I agree with. I like this a lot. However, I can tell for me, after having multiple sips of this would become too sweet.
Really?
For me. I think this would be a couple sipper, and then I'd be done. But when we take some time with it, I'll give it some more time. But my initial impressions are it's very good. It has a lot of flavor without a ton of spice. Like it
has spice, but not heat.
Yeah,
Yes,
there's
it's
like some tingliness, but it's not hot.
Right.
If that makes sense.
And if you're a person that tends to like lower proof stuff, and when you drink higher proof stuff, which this very clearly seems to be.
It seems to be, yeah.
Then, a lot of times people are like, well, it's too hot for me. The spice is too much. That is the case in some higher proof pours. They can be very alcohol forward. They can be very spice driven, like a prickly sensation. This is, if you're going to call this spicy, then you have to literally call Coca-Cola spicy. Like, water is smooth. Coca-Cola is not smooth. It doesn't mean Coke is bad and water is better. It's just different beverages.
My nieces and nephews call it spicy water.
Yeah.
Carbonated water.
I mean, so I get it, I understand. We should take one more sip of this.
It's spicy.
Just to make sure. I mean, due diligence and all.
Well, I want to save some for when we do. Oh, yeah, I've got plenty. Okay, one more sip. I got a little bit more oak on the second sip, which would, in theory, you would think would counteract the sweetness, which it might. So I'm going to give this a fair shake. Later on, we'll do a back and forth comparison, and I will taste this compared to this.
And it does to me. That oak came through more on the second one. The appearance of age or the sensation that aged bourbon can give you. It tastes like bourbon. That right there balances the whole pour out for me. Way more cohesive. Yeah. Again, to the point of some pours, if higher proof is not your thing, there are good higher proofs that are balanced like this, where everything's coming together in such a way that's just a beautiful glass of whiskey. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
I will say that the sweetness still came through. There's an aftertaste of sweetness. So as you were sitting here talking, I was kind of still tasting the sweetness. So it might still be too sweet. We'll see.
Yeah, and I'm still tasting it right now. So we are going to be careful here as we get into the second glass. We don't want the first glass to taint the second glass, but you're seeing this first impressions part in real time. We'll spend a lot more time off camera, taking our time and assessing each pour. But let's get the first impressions on glass number 2. Whoa, those vapors went straight up my right nostril into the back of my right eye, and it started twitching. Oh my gosh. It started twitching. I can't even talk right.
This one makes me think more of like banana boat, vanilla boat. This makes me feel like, initially, first sniff, I literally had one sniff. It makes me feel like it's a rum finished or something. I got some sort of beachy vibe. I'll take another smell.
Interesting. Okay. Beachy vibe, like a tropical fruit type of undertone.
Yeah.
I can't say I'm getting that. I'm getting funk though.
Oh, interesting.
I'm getting this funky bedrock in here, and I'm getting a lot of caramel type of sweetness. Like this is more vanilla forward. This is coming across more caramel forward to me, but like the caramel fell on the ground and got rolled around a little bit. It's got some funkiness on it.
Maybe it's the caramel that's translating as like a tropicalness. I don't know. It's something. It seems kind of tropical to me.
And then the more I smell it, I'm getting this kind of, I call it a barrel char note. It's like this savory, Worcestershire sauce is the first thing that comes to mind. It doesn't smell like Worcestershire sauce, but Worcestershire sauce is kind of savory in a way that barrel char can be kind of savory, if that makes sense.
I figured it out.
What?
Pineapple.
Really?
I'm getting pineapple on this. Don't think I've ever gotten that on whiskey before, ever in my entire life, as long as I've lived.
It does have like this bright, fruity part of it. That's not, to me, it's kind of threaded in there. It's an underlying note or an accompanying note to the forwardness of the caramel and the funk. But it does smell very good. It's sticking to your glass like crazy.
It is.
Let's get it down the hatch.
Okay. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Ooh, it tastes funky. Why does it taste funky?
Caramel.
It didn't smell funky.
Like a peanut buttery funk. Wow, interesting.
I need another sip because that was weird.
That is a wild pour. I don't know how to feel about that. By the way, I want to be clear, like, I'm very intrigued by it. It's not bad. I think it's actually really good. It's very pillowy. Lower spice than the first glass.
Yeah.
Not as sweet as the first glass.
I'm confused. That was weird. It tasted not sour, but on the way to sour, if that makes sense. I have no words.
Oh man.
It wasn't bad though. I don't know, like, it was intriguing, but also not amazing. I don't know.
I don't know. Second sip, this is bordering on amazing too. I mean,
I don't know.
Honestly, the second sip, I got some spice. I got that kind of thread of spice that the first glass had as well. That kind of cola-esque sensation on the palate. I even got kind of that cola flavor on the second sip. But the sweet...
You think you just put that mind juice in your brain?
No, because it wasn't there on the first sip.
Okay.
The second sip, it definitely was there. It's maybe if the first glass has more of that kind of through line of Coca-Cola sweetness, like Coca-Cola sweetness and sensation and flavor, the second glass is a little bit more root beery. Like, you know how the difference between Coca-Cola and root beer is, like, root beer to me is like darker, not quite as sweet, but it's still sweet.
I think root beer is very sweet.
It's still sweet, but it's not as sweet as Coca-Cola to me. And they're different.
I disagree on that, but okay.
But they're different flavors too.
They are.
Coca-Cola is like a more bright flavor. Root beer is a more dark flavor. That's what I'm getting. This is like Coca-Cola versus root beer. I don't know which one I like more. This is like a Coca-Cola float with, vanilla float Coca-Cola. This is coming through with more caramel than vanilla, and then you're getting that sensation as well. Okay. Fascinating matchup. Both of these taste real good. I can't wait to spend some time with them, so we're going to do that right now off camera. take our time,
Yeah.
clear our palates, start with the second glass, go back to the first. These are some heavy hitters as far as proof goes.
I feel like they are high
So,
proof, yeah.
If we sit here and try to do it quick, it's going to contaminate our palates. We got to take a sip. We got to let it linger, and then we'll come back around to the other glass.
You have to let it linger.
We do.
You know I'm such a fool for you.
I am for these.
You got me wrapped around your finger. Okay, I'm done.
These
I'm
have me
done.
wrapped around their
We're
finger.
done.
All right.
Okay.
See you in a second.
Bye.
Super, super helpful to take some time for me. I don't know how you feel. What do you think about these two?
So
What's new?
These two glasses for me, as I took some time with them, seem like the glasses that present well and give a good first impression, but then aren't that great the more you get to know them. If they were coming in for a job interview, they'd make it to the second round, but then they'd get cut after the second round.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know we were in HR. I feel like I need an adult. But anyways, to me, spending some time with these, starting with the second glass, going back to the first, I do like both of them a lot, but there are some things in the second glass that are a little different to me than what I usually like. It almost feels, and I'm not trying to guess, but it almost feels like it's either a Jim Beam product or it's potentially a craft product. There's a way that the corn sweetness is coming through on it that just, it's bringing some funk with it. And if you like the funk, and you got to have the funk, then
have that funk.
You should absolutely look into glass number 2.
I agree with the funk. May I interrupt you for a second?
Yes.
This got more funky on the nose and the palate the more I drank it, the more I smelled it, which is why I didn't care for it.
Yeah. I thought it was great. It's just not quite my profile. I am liking it though. Whereas with the first glass, this is like right up my alley. It's bright, sweet. It's got a lot of depth and richness to counteract that bright sweetness. And I think glass 1, it's definitely the more spice driven of the two. But to me, it packs the most punch, it packs the most flavor. It's sweet. Oh man, is it sweet, delicious goodness.
I will agree with you, and the sweetness is what dinged it for me. The more I tasted it, the more it got like an artificial red taste, like the color red, and you typically love that. The more I drank it, the more I got that, so I didn't love that, but I do prefer it over glass 2.
What are your ratings?
So I'm giving glass 1 just okay. I'm giving glass 2 hard pass.
Wow.
I'm out. It got funky. Like,
that took a turn.
Yeah, and honestly, it kind of shocked me as well because the nose on glass 2 was fairly good, but then I drank it and then I smelled it again and then the nose got funky. So I'm out. I don't particularly care for like funk. If it's like a sour funk. I like funk if it's like a Texas whiskey kind of funk sometimes. Sometimes they can be funky, but not sour. There you go.
Like a cowboy funk.
Yeah, like a good cowboy funk.
Okay.
You know.
All right. Glass 1, 2 thumbs up. Love it. Glass 2, thumbs up. Like it a lot.
Wow.
Not something I'm going to reach for all the
2
time.
2 thumbs up?
2 thumbs up.
Holy moly.
Easy. It is not.
It's very sweet.
It's very good.
It's very sweet. If you like sweet whiskey, I don't know what this is, but if you like it and can get it, this would probably be something you'd love.
To me, maybe it's today or whatever, these are both reading as quite special. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if these are like $150 or more. Like, they're reading like special whiskey.
They taste proofy.
If they're less than that, awesome. We just found us a couple of bargains. If they're more than that, won't be surprised. They're probably rare or well-aged or something that costs a bunch of money. It's just the way the market is. But we're going to find out the price and see if that changes our ratings first. So let's go ahead and find out glass number 1. We both prefer glass number 1. This is number 26 in our pool.
Oh, it's $70.
Buy it.
So
2 thumbs up.
I'm not mad at that price. I just don't like that flavor profile, so I'm still staying just okay.
I wish I had more hands so I could give that glass 4 thumbs up.
It's if this is something you like, a sweet red candy flavor bomb, it's a great, you're getting a good value. I will say that. Awesome. I just don't like that flavor. Therefore, I'm staying just okay.
I'm buying a bottle of that tomorrow if I can.
Okay.
All right. What is glass number 2? Number 25.
$90.
This is easy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to stay thumbs down because I just don't like it.
I'll say thumbs up. I think it's really well crafted. I think it's good whiskey. It's a little different. And if you like kind of like a crafty funk or like a nutty funk, glass 2 is great. Like, it is very good. It kind of reminds me of the Jim Beam profile or some craft whiskeys. To me, it's a flavor profile thing. They both seem very well crafted. I think they're both value buys, honestly. At these prices,
Yeah.
I'm very happy with the prices.
I will agree with what you said. If you like that specific flavor, this is a good price for that flavor. Again, I just don't like this flavor. So.
All right,
Okay.
let's find out the second glass, number 25 in our
25?
pool, that we did not like as much. What is it?
Oh. This can't be true.
It is. What is it?
Elijah Craig Barrel Proof?
Which one?
A122?
Wow, this must have been in our pool for a long time.
And it's 120.8 proof.
Okay. To recollection, it's been a
So-
while, but that is one of the more nutty batches of Elijah Craig Barrel
Why
Proof.
is it kind of sour?
I think that nutty funk, like it's reading more like Jim Beam than Heaven Hill.
Have I ever had this batch before? I know I've had Elijah Craig Barrel Proof batches, but I've had this batch before. Have I liked it before?
We were pretty middling on this. This was not one of our favorites. It was, honestly, it was when the bottle went, I wasn't sad to see it go.
Okay.
I thought it was really good whiskey, but it's just, again, not 100% to my flavor
So
profile.
the bottle is gone, but this has been in our pool since before the bottle was gone, obviously.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the first glass?
First glass, number
26.
Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof. 125.9 proof. This is just the off the shelf?
Yep.
Okay.
Wow. All right, Jack Daniels.
Yeah, I mean,
Makes sense.
They did good. It's just too sweet for me. But I can't say it's not good. Like, it's not bad whiskey.
Yeah.
It's not to my flavor profile.
Here's the thing, okay? When it comes to these two bottles, thankfully, they're on the shelves in most places. I know some places don't get Jack Daniels on the shelf as much.
Really?
We happen to get it a fair bit here.
That surprises me.
There are other places where Elijah Craig Barrel Proof sits on the shelves almost year round. Here it does not. Here it is a very allocated item, and it's very difficult for us to get our hands on. I actually have to go out of my way or go on to secondary and get bottles of this,
Interesting.
which is fine because that price is like basically what we would pay in a store plus tax.
Yeah.
So it's really marginal, to be honest.
we have a lot of sales tax here in Tennessee.
Other than the very rare special batch like ECBP C923. But we put this in here to see, again, as I said at the top of the video, we have some matchups in here that are regular shelf products.
Yeah.
And where's your money
Which these
best spent? You're only going to get these Elijah Craig batches 3 times a year. And if you're going to buy them, you're probably going to buy them regardless of what we say.
Yeah.
It's good whiskey. Some batches are better than others.
I can confirm it is good whiskey, and some batches are better than others because I do not like this, but I have liked other batches.
Yeah. Now, these are single barrels, so some single barrels are better than others.
The Jack Daniels?
Yeah. I think what we learned here today, and the math checks out now that we know what's what, the maths. So these are sweet Kentucky or Tennessee bourbon, Tennessee whiskey, that flavor profile leans very bourbony, very sweet. Not exactly your wheelhouse.
Correct.
So your ratings make a lot of sense.
Yep.
I love big, sweet, flavorful powerhouse pours. These both fit in that wheelhouse. Very happy with both of these. I don't think you can go wrong with either one, but if you are in a store trying to decide, I would honestly let the decision be, do you like more fruity, vanilla-driven pours, or do you like more caramel, oaky-driven pours? That's what you're getting here.
That's
so
fair.
I think that's very helpful, and you're probably going to get the Jack Daniels at a better price. So there's a lot of value in that as well. And if you found a lot of value in this double-blind tasting format, then you would be remiss to not click that subscribe button. So do it. Do it now.
Do it. Do it.
You won't do it. I double dog dare you to do it. All right. Hit the subscribe button. Like the video if you liked it.
Yeah.
Hit that bell if you'd like to join us for a pour on one of our monthly live streams. The bell will let you know when we're going live.
Yeah.
And you should check out our Patreon community because it's full of a bunch of awesome people who love awesome whiskey.
Facts.
And that's what it's all about for us. And that's also where we release our barrel picks. So if you want to get in on that, you can do that over there. And if they go through all the paid tiers of supporters, then they can go to the free tier, the barrel picks, if they go that far. And then you need to be part of the free tier to get the email about our barrel picks. So
Absolutely.
make sure you at least join in on that if you watch our videos, if you like our palettes, if you like good whiskey, and you want to try some stuff that we've gone and tasted and put our stamp on to say, this is a bottle that we want to back. And we do that quite a few times a year. So we're releasing barrel picks more than my wallet can keep up with. I'll tell you that much. So
Also facts.
the CFO of the family will attest to that.
Yes.
So go ahead and check all that out down there in the video description below, as well as all kinds of other stuff we've got. We've got shirts we're not wearing. Aaron's got mugs and an apparel
Got
shop.
mugs. Will you put a link down below?
I will.
This one says I have feelings.
Yes.
I also just started selling shirts, but You can put that link down below too.
That'll be down there too.
I'm a side hustle queen.
All kinds of stuff. All right. Let's get out of here as Erin is
It's gone.
very hydrating. Hopefully that was water and not whiskey.
It's water.
Okay. Well, that's what she says. We'll see.
That's what she said. You can get a mug on my Etsy shop that says that's what she said. But it's like that's what she. It's like a quote.
It's like a quote. Okay.
Okay, that's it. Goodbye.
Be good to each other. Cheers.